Good evening again. On behalf of the City of Jacksonville and the Jacksonville City Council, I'm very pleased to welcome everyone to the 4th Annual Advisory Committee Appreciation Dinner. Tonight we are here to celebrate you and express our sincerest gratitude for what you do all year long for this city. Most of you are assigned or perform on one of the boards or commissions of the city. Each of you chose to be a part of one of our volunteer committees, and you chose to give up your free time in order to make a difference. Time that you could probably have chosen to do other things, such as enjoying a hobby, or participating in some sport, or learning a new skill, or spending more time with your family. Instead, you chose to give back to your community and to serve your fellow citizens. The choice you have made says a lot about you and who you are. You are caring. You're dedicated. You put the best interest of your community and your fellow man above yourself. You don't do it for the recognition. You don't do it for a recognition dinner either, even though it was pretty good. You do it because you care. You care about your community. The council and I care too, and we thank you for what you do. What you do makes a big difference in our community. You know, as a council, there's only limited things that we could do, but without the support that you give, we would be nowhere near what we are as a good, caring, I shouldn't say good, a great, caring community. And I personally thank all of you for what you do for this city. Now I'm going to proceed on with introducing our guest speaker for tonight. One might look back at Dr. Bob Turlington's life now and believe he was destined to be the volunteer medical director for our community's free clinic. After all, he is the son of a doctor. His father tragically died attempting to save the life of a young man at the New River Inlet. And Dr. Bob Turlington grew up in Jacksonville amidst expectations that included him following his father. He attended Jacksonville High School, graduated from Georgia Military Academy, and attended North Carolina State for 2 years before transferring to University of North Carolina to study business administration. Graduation brought him an active duty tour in the Army Reserves and then worked with an electronics company. So I didn't know that until I read this. Oh. Then his father provided the inspiration for him to enroll in medical school at the University of North Carolina. He operated a very successful practice here in Jacksonville from 1972 until 2013 when he chose to close his practice. He had helped with Onslow Community Outreach's Caring Clinic since 2003. But Executive Director Theo McClammy said his leadership helped to forge the partnership with Onslow Memorial Hospital that allowed the clinic to operate 5 days a week and provide services to hundreds more persons in need. Compassion comes from the heart, and Dr. Bob Turlington's care for others is a strong demonstration of that. It's a demonstration that it comes with such dedicated volunteerism to be the medical director for the Caring Community Clinic. And this is a very powerful testimony of his character. I guess once a doctor, always a doctor, right? And he has done, while we were eating dinner here, he was talking about, we were asking about how much time he spent doing this, and he wouldn't tell us. I mean, I guess that's a secret, right? But it's a lot. Yeah. We're very honored this year to have the 2015 Golden Rule Volunteer of the Year, Dr. Bob Turlington, joining us this evening. Dr. Turlington.
to think I need this speaker. My wife says that I talk loud enough that she can hear me across the hall. So, but when Glenn punched me in church and woke me up one Sunday morning and said, "What are you doing on the 6th of April?" And I said, "I don't know." He said, "Well, how about speaking to us?" And I said, "Okay, I'm not a public speaker, but I will speak." And so that's how I got here. And just I was going to give a little advertisement for the Caring Community Clinic, but Mr. Phillips has already beat me to that. We're open for people who are underinsured, and there are a lot of those, and people who are uninsured. Okay. Now I have to wear my glasses too. Now I'll get to what I'm supposed to talk about. It's mainly what's the reward of volunteerism. Okay, now that reward can be, are we talking about what's my personal reward from volunteering, or is what's the community's reward from volunteering? Personally, it's the joy of giving, and this is more apt to be felt when you're doing a one-on-one, like at the soup kitchen or at the clinic or any place like that where you're doing a service for somebody on one-on-one, and most of the time they say thank you and they're really appreciative, but occasionally you get the one who feels like it's owed to them. So, but you can overlook that for all the people that really appreciate what you're doing. So it gives you a warm feeling in your heart to be able to do something to help somebody on a personal basis. And I know most of the people here are volunteering as far as advisory status, and you get joy from going to these committee meetings and help shape the plans of the town, the organization, what we need to do to progress in the future. And that brings you good joy when you see what's happening because of your diligence and your advice to help us get things in the right order instead of backing up and spending a lot of money to correct things that weren't done right in the first place. But back to the part of just generally what reward you get from volunteering is you get the warm feeling in your heart. You get to network with people that if you went on a committee, you probably didn't know everybody there in the beginning, but you've known them, and you've established good friendships. If you volunteer like building houses, you're able to use your skills and learn new skills. And the same thing when you're on a committee. I'm sure you learn a lot of things you didn't know, and other people have profited from what you did know. And if you look on the internet, there's actually a lot of stuff about the rewards of volunteering. And most of it boils down to just what I said. You get the warm feeling in your heart. You get to network with other people. You may learn new skills, and you can share your skills with other people. And you're not really there looking for recognition, but recognition comes with the job. So thank you for volunteering for us. Okay? All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Turlington, for taking time out to come and speak with us today. I tell you, he was our family's doctor for years and years, and a couple of generations. He also took care of my parents and all, and no physician I know of is any more caring than Dr. Turlington, and I know that the service he's providing, some of the more unfortunate people in the community is very top-notch medical treatment. And thank you so much for what you do in the community, Dr. Turlington. We're going to do some recognition of some of the committees here tonight. And I'd like to take a little time and do that. I'm gonna call out some of the different committees and their liaisons from the staff and from the council. And I'd like each of the members, liaisons, and staff to please stand when the name of the committee is called out. From our Board of Adjustment, our council liaison is Councilman Jerry Bittner, who was unable to be here tonight. And our staff liaison is Gary Willett, who is also unable to be here tonight. But is Debbie Jefferson here by any chance? Debbie. From our Environmental and Appearance Advisory Committee, we have as our council liaison, Council Member Angela Washington. And our staff liaison is Glenn Hargett. From our Planning Advisory Board, Council Member Bob Warden is the council liaison. And we also have Ryan King as our staff liaison. I haven't seen Ryan tonight. I don't think he's here. Is anyone here from the Planning Advisory Board? Oh, I'm sorry, Reggie. There you are right there. Okay. From our Community Development Advisory Committee, Council Member Jerome Willingham is our council liaison, and he was unable to be here tonight. But we have with us our staff liaison, Lily Gray, and I know Lily's here. Is Tracy Jackson here? Tracy not here? Okay. Our Recreation and Parks Advisory Committee, Council Member Jerome Willingham is also the staff liaison to that committee. But I didn't see Michael. There's Michael back there. Okay. Michael LaQuarrie and Susan Baptiste are the staff liaisons. Thank you. From our Water and Sewer Advisory Committee, Council Member Randy Thomas is the council liaison. And Wally Hanson is our staff liaison. Got a lot of fan club here. How about all you guys from all y'all from the advisory committees, from the water and sewer, please stand so I can recognize you. I knew I saw Jimmy. Oh, there you go. Thank you. How about the recreation and parks? I didn't ask for the committee members to stand. Anybody here? I know, Palmer, you're here. There you go. And the Community Development Advisory Committee. Thank you. And I think I called out the planning board before. I didn't? Oh, well, I'm surely not going to slight you, Thomasine. Planning board. Thank you so much. And our Environmental and Appearance Advisory Committee. Thank you. Thank you. Any other Board of Adjustment members here? Tom, oh, okay, there you go. Thank you for coming, Albert. Appreciate it. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge the supporting services provided to our advisory committees by the staff of our city clerk's office and the city manager's office, as well as our media services staff. Let's have you all stand up and be recognized. We're very deeply appreciative of the service that all of you give, and that is why we're here this evening. But we also we mourn the loss of and celebrate the life of two of our members who passed while in service this year. Tonight we would like to posthumously honor Larry Wade Johnson, Sr., and I know his son Larry Jr. is here. And is there someone else from your family here?
Yes, sir. Mom,
Okay.
sister, aunt, and
Okay. Thank you for coming. And also William Holland, Sr. Is anybody here from William's family? Okay. Thank you for coming out tonight. We really appreciate the service that your loved one gave to this city. It was invaluable what they did. You know, I got a special attachment with LC. You know, having been law enforcement guys together for many, many, many years, it was very sad. It touched my heart when he passed away. He was a good deputy. Good deputy. Learned a lot from him. And Junior there, he's following in his father's footsteps. You're doing a great job over there. We do this to pay tribute to many years of public service and volunteerism to the city and our community by each of these men. Larry Tater Johnson, as most of those in law enforcement knew him, served as the extraterritorial jurisdiction representative on the Board of Adjustment from February 15, 2010 until the time of his passing on August 3, 2015. He also served continuously on the Airport Advisory Board from September 2012 and on the Dangerous Dog Board with Onslow County Animal Control from April 2011 until the time he passed away. Larry began his public service in 1977 as a law enforcement officer with the Onslow County Sheriff's Department, attaining the rank of captain. He retired in 1993 after a catastrophic fall off of a ladder that ended his law enforcement career. However, his service to the public didn't end there. It didn't end with that fall. For the next 20 years, he served as an Onslow County Zoning Code Enforcement Officer, handling illegal dumping and Environmental Protection Agency violations. With this, he began working with the noteworthy Sarah Humphreys. Together, this crew did much to rid Onslow County of illegal dumps and to inspire litter abatement. People who knew Larry well had only the best to say about him. He was passionate about making Jacksonville and Onslow County a safer and cleaner place to live and raise a family, said Daily News columnist Mike McHugh. His passion for eradicating illegal dumps and following through on citizen complaints about nuisances in their communities was legendary. And he excelled at finding those responsible for creating those eyesores. Mr. McHugh also reported that he had heard Mr. Johnson described as a hard worker, a man who never slowed down, and one who loved to serve his fellow man. The staff at Onslow County said that Mr. Larry Johnson was a friend to everyone he met and is well deserving of recognition. He had the great ability of practicing civility in all cases that we heard together, said Marty Goldman, fellow Board of Adjustment member. Gary Willett, staff liaison to the Board of Adjustment, said, Larry was a dedicated, professional member of that board. He always studied each case presented to him thoroughly, kept an open mind, and judged each case on its merits as evidence was presented. Aside from his volunteer service as a member of the Board of Adjustment, Larry was a valuable resource to the code enforcement section for this city. In his duties as a land use code enforcement officer for Onslow County, he was instrumental in assisting the city's code enforcement personnel on many cases which extended to the extraterritorial jurisdiction. The words no or can't were not in his vocabulary. Mr. Johnson was a father of 3 and a grandfather of 5. Members of his family, as you know, are with us here tonight, and we offer them our condolences and our deepest gratitude for what he has done for this city and this county. I'd like for you to join me up front, if you would please, Miss Linda and The rest of the family, if you would join me up front here. Hey. On behalf of the city of Jacksonville, I'd like for you to please accept this posthumous recognition as a small token of our appreciation for Larry's work that he's done for the citizens of Onslow County and the city of Jacksonville. I, for one, can say that he's really going to be missed because he was a good partner in law enforcement and all the things he did afterwards, you know, that contributed so much to this community. Lynn, I appreciate it. I'm going to present this to you, and thank you so much for coming out tonight. Now, one thing I'll say off the script, that one of the things that I can say about Larry is he kept me in stitches. If anybody could ever make me laugh, that boy could make me laugh. I can tell you that right now. Another posthumous recognition we'd like to make tonight is for all the fine work that was done by Bill Holland Sr. when he was here, and the dedication and commitment that he had as far as his public service to this city of Jacksonville and the whole community. Bill was first appointed to the Jacksonville Water and Sewer Advisory Committee on February 5th, 1992, serving continuously until his ultimate untimely passing on December 3rd, 2015. He served a span of nearly 24 years. Mr. Holland was a devoted citizen who was committed to serving his community, his neighbors, and fellow veterans. Mr. Bill Holland retired as a staff sergeant from his beloved Marine Corps after 20 years service and serving in numerous duty stations, including Quantico, Virginia, Kaneohe, Hawaii, Okinawa, Japan, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, Vietnam, and our own Camp Lejeune. He was also a Mason who attained the highest degree. Following his military retirement, he became a professional student, earning several degrees while attending college. Mr. Holland was committed to community service. In addition to his service with this city, he served for the last 10 years as the president of the Belfort Homes Association. And he was a lifetime member of the NAACP, the National Association of Black Veterans, the Vietnam Disabled American Veterans, and a member of Mount Horeb Lodge number 73. Jill Ayuso, who served with Mr. Holland on the Water and Sewer Advisory Committee, said, "He knew it was important for all of us to have good clean water and a decent sewer system. He used to say, some folks don't have a lot and we need to be thinking about them too." Bill Holland was a wonderful example of an active, concerned citizen, and he is missed by our community. Former commander of NAVVETS, Prentice Campbell, said, "Mr. Holland was a past president of NAVVETS. He knew his parliamentary procedure, and I always looked to him for guidance. He volunteered his time for many of our events, such as the annual picnic and Veterans Day Parade," said Prentice Campbell, our NAVVETS past president. His daughter Rita said, "He loved to fry fish when he volunteered over the years for the Kumbh Festival and National Night Out. And he also enjoyed volunteering to drive Onslow County residents to their doctor's appointments." She said that while serving in the Marines, he was a heavy equipment operator, and he loved taking his children around Camp Lejeune to show them the projects that he was part of building. Upon learning of his passing, the staff of the Public Services Department, who worked with him on the Water and Sewer Advisory Committee, said, in celebration of his life well lived, let Mr. Holland's legacy continue to shine through his example of devotion to family, friendship, good citizens, and community stewardship. Mr. Holland was a father of 7, grandfather of 14, and a great-grandfather of 10. Members of his family are with us tonight, and we offer them our sincere condolences and our utmost sincerest gratitude for his many years of service, exemplary service to this community. I'd like to ask Mr. Holland's family, his wife Shirley, and the rest of the family to join me up front here. On behalf, everybody up here. It's pretty neat. You can always cut it in quarters. How you doing, ma'am? See you. On behalf of the city of Jacksonville, please accept this posthumous recognition as a small token of our deepest appreciation for what Bill did for this city and this community. He had his heart and soul into this. He worked hard. He was a very productive member of this committee for so many years, 24 I believe it was. Was that right? 24 years. That's a long span to be involved in public service. We really do appreciate everything he did, and if I could please present this to you, it would be my honor. Our recognition on here is in grateful appreciation to William T. Holland Sr. for his dedicated service to the citizens of the city of Jacksonville and for his passion to make this place a better place to live, work, and play. Thank you so much for coming tonight, and thank you for your husband and your father's service to this community. Thank you. So before we end this evening, I want to say on behalf of myself and the City Council, thank you for volunteering on a City Advisory Committee. Your volunteerism is important and it is valued. Thank you for once again coming together with the Council in this past January to learn about the challenges and opportunities the City is facing in the coming years. At that meeting, we also received a status report on the work we did together at the 2015 Council and Committee Summit. For me, the sincerest form of recognition is to see one's ideas put to use. I hope you were as pleased as I was to see how the ideas and suggestions you put forward at the summit were being implemented. Thank you for those ideas and for working with us to improve and make Jacksonville the best place in the world. I think it is. Thank you for coming, and I hope all of you have a wonderful evening.